Hi, I'm Avlin and I'm an intern with Lexus and Company for the month of July, and today I'll be discussing the topic of child marriages. So in ancient time, as marriages were considered to be made in heaven and were considered to be sacred, so were the status of child marriages. So child marriages were allowed in India. They were valid marriages. Age was not at all a barrier as such. Even if a person or a child is in the womb, the child was fixed up. According to Shastric laws, they considered that there must be a age gap of 7 years between the male and a female, that is husband and a wife. But there has not been any logical reasoning behind this fact. So they did not consider age at all. As soon as the girl attained the age of puberty, she was sent to her respective house where she was married. Uh, in various different secular laws, there has been different criteria for determining puberty. Like in Islamic law, 9 to 10 years was considered to be the age of puberty. So what the basic is that the age what we are talking about here, like today we see that our law has prescribed that for a valid marriage the age of a female must be of 18 years and a boy must be of 21 years. So that particular age differentiation or the age marcation has been impediment added by the secular law. So earlier, even now, if a girl of 18 years marries a boy of 20 years, the marriage is considered to be void. According to Hindu Minority Act, the age of majority is 18 years, and earlier, like there were no such restriction as to age before the Act of 1999. And the first impediment or the restriction related to age was added by Hindu Marriage Act. Child Marriage Restraint Act was also known as Shariat Act 1929, which described the minimum age of marriage of a valid marriage and held that the child marriages were void. So earlier, the age which was prescribed in law was 15 years for girls and 18 years for boys. Later on, the age was increased to 18 for girls and 21 for boys. So the first punishment which was given in Child Marriage Restraint Act was minimum of 3 years. So 3 months. So if any person gets child marriage solemnized, or if anyone is taking part in that marriage, those persons will be punished with an imprisonment of 3 months. So the next question which was raised or which arose in front of our legislatures and judiciary was whether child marriage is a void or a voidable marriage. So in the Act of 1929, it was nowhere mentioned that whether the marriages were valid. They were held neither to be valid nor to be void. But if we read the provision of present act, Hindu Marriage Act 1955, there it has been specifically mentioned, a clause has been specifically mentioned, that is section 5 clause 3, that all the marriage which are not in contravention of clause 3 of the said act are valid marriages. And clause 3 states that the age of a female or a female at the time of marriage must be 18 years, and of a male at the time of marriage must be 21 years. And we need to keep this in mind that child marriages are not held void in India. The reason behind that is India is a diverse country. So it is till date, like even today, there are some areas where the practice of child marriages is being done. So if law will make a child marriage void or will declare a child marriage void, we are not going to do justice with that girl child who has been married without knowing that what is happening with her. So therefore it was held that child marriages are valid marriages, but at the same time they are punishable. So the parties who are making these children married or getting them married, even the priest, they all are liable for the punishment under child marriage restraint act. And along with that, some provisions have been given if child marriage is being done, or provision has been given in Hindu Marriage Act. So Hindu Marriage Act also provides for the punishment for conducting child marriage. So the next question which arose was whether child marriage can be a ground for divorce. So the answer to this is option of puberty. Option of puberty is being provided to both the parties. So either of the party can claim option of puberty. So if a girl is being married before attaining the age of 15 years, irrespective of the fact whether her marriage is consummated or not, she can either renounce her marriage, or she can continue her marriage. So this is her choice, and even she can file it can also be a ground for divorce. So now this option of puberty has been considered to be the basic difference between Hindu law and Muslim law. In Muslim law, if the marriage is consummated, then there is no option of puberty. But at the same time, in Hindu law, there is no such restriction regarding consummation of marriage. So if a party has attained puberty, has the option of puberty, and it is a valid ground for divorce under section 13, clause 2, subclause 4 of Hindu Marriage Act. So this was all about why child marriages and why child marriages were considered to be valid, provision related to child marriages, and the act which have been made for child marriages. And we have also discussed in this video that whether there is any ground, child marriage can be a ground for divorce. So yes, there is a provision in our Hindu Marriage Act that a child marriage can be a ground for divorce. Thank you.